Charging pile system. Charging pile system equipment. There are two charging piles, and electric vehicles are connected to the charging pile. The edge computing device establishes TCP connections with the main control board in the charging pile by network port. The charging information, status information, and fault information messages collected from the charging pile are directly analyzed at the edge computing device. The edge device also performs security protection and other grid business locally after receiving and analyzing messages. The Power Edge computing system consists of three parts, which are grid security, grid data, and grid business. Grid security. Access authentication. This function filters the illegal charging PILESIDs. Before authentication, both illegal and legal charging PILESIDs can access the system. After authentication, illegal charging PILESIDs that do not pass authentication will be flagged, and their uploaded packets will be isolated. The data packets of legal charging PILESIDs that pass authentication are displayed in plain text and ciphertext. Secure encryption. The system employs different encryption algorithms to provide data protection with varying strengths of security. Encryption algorithms and uncrypting packets are optional. User privilege management. High authority users manage low authority users with modifications to add new users and new permission codes. Grid data. The edge computing device collects charging piles data in real time and analyzes it. Data retrieval function for users and charging piles. Selecting the retrieval data of charging piles displays the power, current, voltage, and recording time of the charging pile. When input user ID, the corresponding password is shown. Data transmission security. The edge computing device transmits collected charging pile data in real time to the master station for backup recovery based on encryption and authentication. Data statistical analysis. Dynamically show the power consumption of charging piles over time. Grid business. Charging pile electricity forecast selects different prediction algorithms based on various data information collected from charging piles. The data privacy protection function provides different levels of data protection for varying levels of users through chunking privacy protection and differential privacy protection. Chunk protection and corresponding differential privacy protection data of different users are shown in the user interface. The fault analysis function periodically detects the telematic status of the charging pile by turning on cycle detection to determine whether the charging pile is operating normally. The charging pile scheme recommendation. From the perspective of time and economy, it provides the optimal charging plan for users with different requirements by obtaining users' vehicle information from the WeChat app and integrating the geographic location information of the charging piles around the vehicle and the real-time charging station status. Enable the listening system to monitor charging solution recommendation requests. It will calculate the optimal path, the optimal economic, and the optimal comprehensive cost solution based on the user's demand. The more recommended charging station nodes will be displayed on the map. Meanwhile, the bottom of the page shows specific charging station information, and users will also receive the corresponding recommended plans by the app. False data injection attack. The attacker constructs an attack vector to perform the data injection attack on the system's charging piles. When the attacker randomly selects the electricity meters to attack, the edge side would detect the attack, show the graph of corresponding detection results, and print the system detection information in the text box. Security policy recommendations focus on edge side access terminal security status for targeted security policy recommendations, mainly including the security evaluation and policy recommendation modules. Users can send security status requests through the WeChat app to obtain the security status of the terminal after a period of use and the security policy recommendation scheme.